So a few days ago, I talked to you about Stephen Miller's plan for the Trump administration, where he said that we're basically just going to bombard you with so much crap that the media is not going to be able to kind of sort through all of it. We're going to overload it to the point where we hope people will stop caring. Well, they stuck to that. That is pretty much what has happened this week, with Donald Trump immediately getting sworn in and then issuing a flurry of executive orders, executive actions, some of them dumber than the previous ones, but all of them pretty horrible. And it's been difficult for the media, especially those of us that have been snowed in Florida under 9 inches of snow for the first time in our lives. It's been a little hard for us to kind of keep track of everything that's going on, but we're going to continue doing it, even if it takes an eternity. But one of the funnier things that happened this week that was actually meant to be very oppressive to the transgender community was that Donald Trump signed an executive order that defined what a man is and what a woman is, according, of course, to this man who clearly doesn't understand science. And based on the very poor non-scientific wording of Donald Trump's executive order, he officially declared that every single person in the United States is actually a woman. By his own executive order, Donald Trump is a woman. His sons are now women. I, under Donald Trump's order, am a woman. So, here's what the order said, and this was initially pointed out by Democratic Representative Sarah McBride, who of course is the first transgender woman to serve in the United States Congress. But here's what the order said. It defines someone female as a person belonging at conception to the sex that produces the large reproductive cell, whilst someone male is a person belonging at conception to the sex that produces the small reproductive cell. Now, of course, that sounds scientific, right? He's making this sound like, oh boy, he did his homework, right? Well, he didn't, because that second thing, the one that defines what a male is, doesn't exist at conception. At conception, every single embryo is female. Those hormones that activate the genes that create the Y chromosome, see, they don't come until weeks later, typically maybe at best about 6 weeks later, not at conception. At conception, everybody is female, essentially. Let me read you this. Anyone with a background in biology will know that all human embryos follow a female developmental path until the activation of the SRY gene several weeks after conception, which sparks sexual differentiation. Embryos with an XY genotype will develop biologically male traits linked to the Y chromosome at around 6 weeks. Before that point, human embryos only have biologically female traits linked to the X chromosome. In fact, genitalia at conception is phenotypically female, as the National Library of Medicine notes. So, if we, as Trump did in the executive order, take it to conception only, we're all women. So I don't know what that means for us. I don't know if, we have to make some serious life changes. Hopefully Donald Trump doesn't ban same-sex marriage, because I really don't want to have to get a divorce. But under his order, we are, all of us, regardless of what's in your pants, regardless of how you identify, we are all women today. Thank you to Donald Trump, who is also, by the way, under his own order, a woman. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.